Hi, Mr. X with glossary term associative law of multiplication. The order in which we multiply does not matter. We used to worry about multiplicands and multipliers. Now we just talk about factors because it's easier to think of factors coming together in any way, shape, or form. The order does not matter. The order in which we multiply factors does not matter. And the way in which we group factors doesn't matter. So, numerical examples are probably best because this is how you see it in a math book. A times the quantity B times C is equal to the quantity A times B times C. This doesn't accomplish very much. Or maybe you prefer to see it with these X operators, the times. Not a big fan of this particular X, and you can trust me because I'm Mr. X. Because at some point we have to use X for a variable, and so we don't like this operator as much as we like some other ones. For example, there's another way to look at it. The dots mean the same thing as those X multiplier operators, same thing as those asterisks that we had before. It all means the same. So don't make too much out of this. It just means we can multiply in any order and group in any order. For example, now if you're just learning to multiply, you're probably not ready for 7 factorial, but 7 factorial, we call that a factorial. And we read that as 7 factorial. Well, that's equal to 5040. And we get it by multiplying. Yes, this is yet another way to say multiply these numbers together. This is the same as 1 times, that's a multiplication X, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7. Multiply those all together and you get 5040. This is actually an important thing to do when you're talking about statistics, probabilities, odds, permutations, combinations. But how many ways can we, well, how many ways can we do this? 5040 perhaps. You see how they got grouped? 6 times 20 times 42. Yeah, if you don't know your multiplication table, you're sort of up a creek anyway. So you have to learn your facts of multiplication. And then the rest of it's a snap. How about 120 times 42? Not much to it, is there? You should probably think of another half dozen ways that you can multiply numbers together to get 5040. Just to get you going, here's one. Let's see, what have we used so far? We're saying that 5040 is equal to 30. Ooh, 5 times 6 is 30. Times 28. Oh, 4 times 7 is 28. What does that leave? 1 times 2 times 3. That would have to be a 6. Indeed, 30 times 28 times 6 has got to be 5040.